Hey everybody, this is Sergeant Tony coming at you with another question I get asked all the time about fitness and working out. And the question is, how often should I work out? Do I need to work out like the bodybuilders do or the NFL athletes do? Do I need to work out in the same way that some of those professionals work out? Or what do I need to do? What kind of exercise, how much exercise do I need? I'm going to defer to the Department of Health and Human Services. The Department of Health and Human Services recommends that we get at least 150 minutes of moderate aerobic activity or 75 minutes of vigorous aerobic activity per week. Now, that could mean any number of things. That could mean any activity that will get your heart rate in what's called an aerobic state. That is, you elevate your heart rate and you sustain it, or that it stays in an elevated state over a period of time. So 150 minutes of moderate aerobic activity or 75 minutes of vigorous. So vigorous would be something where you really, if you were running, for example, you were running faster, or it was more than we would call it a tempo pace. It's not a slow jog, it's not a sprint, it's somewhere in between. We would sometimes call this the talk test. You would be able to have a conversation with someone, but it would be a labored conversation. So it wouldn't be an easy conversation like how I'm talking to you right now. I wouldn't be able to, this would not be an aerobic or a tempo pace. So vigorous, I see vigorous as being something more close to a tempo pace. That is, if you and I were running together, we could have a labored conversation almost like this pace, but not quite like this and so free where it's really not labor intensive at all. So that would be your aerobic activity. And then the strength work, strength training exercises of all the major muscle groups at least twice a week. So at least 2 times a week, you're getting a full body workout. Now, what we do as a part of our program, we're doing a full body workout at least 3 times a week. Currently, we're doing it Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and we're getting a full body workout every time. So how much exercise do you need? This is how much you need according to the Department of Health and Human Services. Dr. Kenneth Cooper, who is, you may recognize that name from the Aerobics Way. He started the Cooper Clinic in Texas, and he had something that he said about running that I've always kept in my mind, and I've tried to tell other runners too. He said that if you run more than 15 miles a week, if you run more than, say, 3 miles 5 times a week, you're not running for fitness anymore. You're running for something else. And he said you're either running for competition or you're running for ego. And that, maybe that's debatable, but you don't need as much as you think you need for fitness. If you're running more than 15 miles a week, you're running for other reasons besides fitness. So how much exercise do you need? Not as much as you might have thought, but maybe more than you were led to believe. Have a great day. Thanks again. See you next time.